If you didn't have a life with once, your life would be boring as shit. Y'all go buy something. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back
to a podcast about nothing with V
and AD, y'all.
Oh, we're back together again.
And we're so excited.
We are. We're supposed to be quarantining. Well,
we are quarantined. Psych. That stopped in Georgia a long time ago.
Dang.
But I'm back in the house, baby, baby, baby. Hey, 80s in the one house. I got back in the house. Y'all kicked out for what? 2 months? One, two,
take a shot to you being back in the house.
We
Cheers.
are in the house. Baby shots. Baby steps.
Yep. Yo, we're not our old selves yet.
I'm grown. Wait, did we say it? Welcome back to a podcast about nothing with V. With V.
Yo, I'm really excited. I'm really excited.
We got equipment.
Hey, guess what? We thought about it, and the law of attraction brought us back together.
Yeah, no, for real. A lot of prayer. We need to read that book.
What?
Law of Attraction, Manifesting.
It's not called The Law of Attraction.
There is a book called Law of Attraction.
No, it's called The Secret.
Who wrote that?
Somebody. I think her name is Rhonda. Hey, Rhonda.
Hey, Rhonda girl.
But no, yeah. Okay. So this topic has been a topic that we have discussed for a really long time. And to be honest, we don't know where this is going to go.
Do we ever? Like, we might end up talking about weave at the end of this conversation. But no, seriously, it's something that...
You judge it?
I mean, or wigs, but I'm just...
Yo, I cut that weave out so quick.
She did, but I mean, that wasn't your fault, though. You got your hair done right before we went on lockdown.
It lasted longer than everybody thought. I should have bet.
What, 2 weeks?
No, it did not. It was like 6 weeks.
Stop saying that. No, it was not. No, it was not.
Anyway, what we're talking about today
is that how long you expected me to keep my weaving versus reality.
Oh, expectations versus entitlement versus deserving
versus privilege versus worth. No, I feel like all these lines have been drawn so many times before. Like, they're so crisscross, and we see all different types of privilege. Alabaster privilege, and we won't speak about it. but
I see white people.
Hey, she said I didn't. But it's something that we've actually had a hard time trying to decipher what is what and what does it mean to be. We hear negative connotations when it comes to the word privilege
and entitlement.
But they're expectations for the way your life is, and you should have those, and you should be deserving of some things that you work hard for.
That's what I've been saying this whole time. You disagree with me.
I do. I'm saying they have definitions, but in the way that they're presented, they are all completely different.
I think it's the way society presents them. Is
society
what frames
in the dictionary,
but it frames how we feel about certain things. It really does. Like, think about it. White privilege, entitlement with, rich white kids. I don't feel that is what, I don't feel like entitlement and color, it's what we see.
But privilege isn't described as what is. It's what a group feels they deserve.
But
they feel as though they should be treated specially in a certain situation. So it's not necessarily something that is. We, as black people, and I'm going to say it, coloreds, yellows, browns, orientals, we are the ones who have put it on them to recognize that there is a difference between how you're treated and how we're treated. The privilege that you all carry versus us. It wasn't. I don't think it was them. Like, it's a white privilege thing. I don't think it was.
I definitely agree with that. And see, this is where I struggle. Because before the whole George Floyd thing and before the whole Ahmaud Arbery thing, the way I felt about privilege and entitlement and deserving and expectations was very different. And I felt that Black people said those words and placed it on white people as fear, right? So, and
meaning we're the fearful ones of them.
Not that we're the fearful ones of them, but we don't understand what we deserve, and we feel like we are not entitled to certain things, and we don't expect certain things because of fear of failure or whatever it is.
So you just said 3 different words with 3 different definitions.
But they all are the same thing. We feel like we shouldn't be entitled.
Who said that?
I feel, in my opinion, when we place,
I don't think it's a thing that we don't feel entitled. We talked about this. People on government assistance.
Not all.
Not all. Hey, food stand, what's up? I'm just saying, but not all people. But I'm saying, we spoke about this before. The entitlement. We feel entitled to the wrong things. This is where the mentality come from, that they want us to break out of it.
But we would never say that we were entitled. We'll place that label on rich white kids.
What will we call it?
Entitlement. Privilege.
No, I'm saying, what would we call it for us?
We don't call deserving. We deserve it because of ... what happened to us in the past. Well, because we never got our 40 acres and a mule.
Well, most of us, now, how I will say, privilege and entitlement to me go hand in hand. Because privilege is an opportunity to do something that most people aren't able to, or a group of people aren't able to.
Privilege and entitlement.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So privilege, like I stated before. So how I think about it, let me see if y'all get it, right? Pulling up in my car, right? Now, this is how I think about it. The privilege is having the license, right?
Mm-hmm.
Being able to drive is a privilege.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to go to the DMV with no issues, take the test, skirt off the lot is a privilege.
I agree with that.
Okay. Now, entitlement is like Jaden will feel entitled being your child. She got her license. Y'all told me to get my license now. I'm about to take your keys and go. That's what she feels entitled to. I did this. I feel like, okay, well, I got my license now. I can drive. I'm going to drive your car. That's where the entitlement comes from, because you've been privileged enough to get your license. I experienced the same thing. I wasn't getting my license until I was getting a car.
And if you have an opinion on this subject, make sure you subscribe.
Because it didn't make sense, but it was one of those things for me. It was like, yeah, it's a privilege, but I'm deserving of a car. I'm deserving of a car. I'm worth it. You know?
Subscribe to us and tell her that she's crazy.
No, but it's a thing. And then when it comes to like deserving of driving the car, it's like, well, Mom, I went out and I got the license on my own. I took the test. I got good grades. I feel like I deserve to be able to drive to school. And then expectation is me asking you if I can drive your car to school every morning, and me expecting you to say yes. Those are all different things. They go hand in hand, but they're different. Do you get it? Do you get it?
Yes.
Yeah. So when it comes to like...
Yeah, of course you do.
Of course. When it comes to like privilege and expectation, I believe that your parents usually show you the privilege part of it. And then you get older.
I agree with that.
Exactly.
I don't see privilege as being a negative thing.
It's usually not. But when it leads to your child feeling entitled.
That is it.
That's usually when you meet the snobby teenagers and the young adults who don't know what the fuck they want to do with themselves, or because they feel entitled for people to do things for them and get it right. So when it comes to privilege, the ones first generation money makers and all of y'all, it is the parents' job.
And I think that's where the race thing, it happens, because you expect more whites or whatever it is to be more privileged, especially here. You know what I mean? Like, I think, yeah, you expect more whites to be privileged, which then leads to entitlement. And there you go. The privileged white kids, or the entitled, white kids. And that's where, oh, look at that.
Yeah. See, there's nothing wrong with having the privilege to be able to do something. A lot of parents, like, you don't have something when you grow up. The first thing you want to do for your kid is buy what you didn't have or get them. That's a privilege. Like,
I've never felt that way, ever.
Well,
but I think I don't. Never mind. Yeah, I'm different.
Yeah, you different.
So I'm privileged.
Yeah, you privileged. You had black chicken. Your daddy was making black chicken.
It is not. It's called jerk chicken. It just looks black as hell. Oh, look.
Cheers to the privileged life.
It's been a breakthrough. All right. So where this topic came from, and again, we've talked about this topic a lot, and I struggle with it because having kids, you want them to have the best. You want them. We've talked about this in other episodes. It's like, where do you raise them? Where do they go to school? But you don't want them to feel entitled, because it has such a bad rep. You don't want them to. You want them to be privileged, but also be so down to earth. Fuck all that. Anyway,
are you concerned with your kids being down to earth?
Absolutely.
People are so hell bent on being relatable that I don't feel like everybody needs to be.
It's not about being relatable. It's about.
That's what I feel like down to earth is.
It's not about being related. It's not. I don't need them to be relatable, but I need them to understand that your life is not that hard. Damn. God damn it, you do. Didn't he just say this to us?
Yeah. Like, it's not that hard. Take out the first 10 seconds. Take out the first 10 seconds of your life. If it's messing up the last 30, it's not hard. That's what he said.
Didn't I just argue with him?
It's really not that hard.
God. But yeah, that's exactly what it is. Like, I never want them to. I don't even know how to explain it. It's not that I don't want them to have the finer things in life, and that's what we work so hard for. But I also don't want them to feel entitled to anything from anyone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when you work really hard to not just build, a great life, but to build wealth, then you fear. It's the reason why Warren Buffett and what's that dude named everybody mad at? Microsoft dude. God
Bill
damn. Clinton.
Not Monica.
No, what's
Bill Gates?
Yes. Like, it's the reason why they're giving away all their wealth. Because they don't want their children to feel entitled to
I've heard
anything.
that before.
You know what I mean? And so
I would actually, I would be pissed. Like, yeah, I don't care. Like, y'all are rude for that.
And I struggle with it, and you do, and I go back and forth with it. You know what? That's exactly where it came from. That's the beginning of this deserving versus expectations. And me explaining to you that you deserve nice things, because he struggles with that. He was like, yo, like, where do you draw the line? Like, you work so hard, and where do you draw the line on having too much?
At your comfort level.
What do you mean?
I feel like you draw the line at your comfort level. If you have acquired a certain amount of wealth, success, like your expectations are bound to change. So if you're comfortable with getting a 15-bedroom house, get it. Maybe you may not need it. We don't need half of the shit that, I got two sides to me.
And
it's either it's really important or I don't give a damn. And it's one of those things where if you feel like you want it and you've been able to work hard enough to feel like you deserve it,
and that's where he struggles. When we went to Liberia 2 years ago and to Ghana, he was like, yo, it really fucked up my head. He said, because we went out, into the really rural parts of Liberia, and these people were so happy and we're trying to figure out, okay, how do you get more land? And, we want to drive a Range Rover, and, I want my Mercedes truck. And it's like, well, where do you draw the line between deserving, expectations, entitlement, and having too much?
And where are you guys going in these cars?
To Kroger.
Right, Kroger's. Yeah, I get it though.
And it's a really hard thing, and we really do struggle with it. And then you want your children to know all aspects of life. But I don't.
What is I'm confused as to what the struggle of it is though. Him actually setting his expectations, or
wanting too much. When is enough?
Does he feel like he wants too much?
I think to be honest, I don't know. My answer to him was, it's okay to have wants. And his thing is wants versus needs. Oh, that's what this is. Wants versus needs. It's like
all your wants are unnecessary. If you didn't have a life with wants, your life would be boring as shit. Your life would be boring as shit. Y'all go buy something. They got sales, quarantine sales.
Hey, you do. You hear it?
Like, if you didn't have any wants, your life would be boring.
And my thing was, all right, let's list it out. Let's say all the things that we feel we need, right? Or all the things we feel we want, because it's important to have wants in life. And it's important to work towards those wants, right? And it's okay. Like, I love cars. I really do, especially old cars. Like, I want, a 80s Land Rover. But I also want, a 60-something Thunderbird and a Mustang. Like, I like cars.
I'm trying to see where you're going.
Anything over my list, one car over my list of wants is excessive. Okay. That's how I feel. So if I want 5 cars,
let me ask
and I get
something.
Car number 6, then that is excessive. That's how I feel.
But your wants change all the time. You can have a come and go. Okay, let me ask you a question. I feel like I'm going to stump you with this one. Do you feel...
Uh-oh, here we go.
Do you feel that you have an excessive amount of shoes?
No. I don't feel like I have enough shoes.
So did you want all of those shoes, or did you need them?
I needed them.
All of them?
No. I will say this. I've never...
Because it looked like a lie. Because what? Well, I knew I was going to stump you with that one.
I will say this. Never mind.
What? Just go ahead.
I was about to say I've never gone out and just purchased a pair of shoes because I wanted them. It's always been for an event or because I was going somewhere. But then I thought about when we went shopping for Christmas.
DSW.
It wasn't even DSW.
Definitely what? Off Broadway.
Nah, it was Saks.
Yeah.
Mind your business.
Yeah, I mean, when you go to I feel like that's when you buy heels and stuff, but you got some cute shoes. Your feet small too. So it makes sense to buy a lot of shoes.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does. You're like the sample size. You can collect. For real, you can collect shoes. And this is another thing. So
I guess, yeah, that's true.
Like, your wants change.
But I will say that on paper, when you write down that you want 250 pair of shoes, that's little compared to what I actually want.
Well, yeah, I don't think people just write down, but people do collect shoes.
When you have a husband that cares nothing, that only cares about numbers. I mean, he cares about me,
but when it's
obviously,
time for him to buy shoes, he ain't no cheap.
Not anymore. That's something we had to work on.
Oh, him spending more on himself.
Exactly. And I had to explain to him, you deserve more and you're not growing anymore.
But it seems like everything you put on him to deserve more of is material, and he don't care about it. That's nothing wrong with that.
What, that he doesn't care?
He doesn't care about material. He don't care about cars, because I surely.
But he.
Let me not say that.
Let me not say that.
My car away.
He does. He feels like he doesn't. He shouldn't expect more, and he doesn't deserve more. That's how I feel, and maybe I'm wrong. And you know what? Hey, tell me how you feel.
See, I get a different vibe from that. I feel like he's somebody who's never cared for that aspect of his life, so he doesn't put the energy into it. Now that he has a wife, he's like, go shopping.
He didn't care because he felt like he didn't deserve it.
Why?
Nigga, I don't know. You gotta ask him. I mean, I didn't say.
How do you feel like you deserve it? Like he would, like, I'm confused. That's weird. Like clothing though, I'ma deserve it. I deserve it.
See?
I deserve it.
But it literally was a thing. It was a thing. Like, yo, hey, it's okay to spend that type of money on a pair of shoes. And it wasn't anything ridiculous. You have big ass feet.
You're annoying. You get on my nerves. Okay.
I'm just saying, like, it's okay to spend money on yourself because you're not changing. Like, your feet aren't getting any bigger. It's different. Like, I'm not gonna go spend, $150 on Thomas and Cooper.
Yeah.
Because they are still growing. Jaden is at the age to where I don't mind spending money on her feet because she's not changing.
Yeah.
You see Thomas and Cooper. What are they wearing? Ninja Turtles?
Nah, I remember the first day of school shoes. I was like, oh, nah.
What?
The A.O. Teo shoes, the Reebok Classics.
I mean,
that was fun for them.
It was. And they, it's once. They ain't got no more A.O. Teos.
They sure don't.
Where we go? We went to the Adidas outlet. You know what I mean?
I guess that's something that people don't think about, dealing with expectations while you are successful or becoming successful. Because most people change their standard of living. And I'm coming to terms with trying to have a healthier relationship with money, to where I don't feel like, because I either hoard it or I spend it. There's no in between. So I'm trying to realize, like, okay, say my little, what are the affirmations? Money flows to me easily and in abundance. I try to repeat that to myself so I don't feel as so like I need to keep this, I need to hold on to it, I need to save it, I need to put this up, and then not have any goals for it. I've noticed if I don't have a goal for my money, it depletes. Y'all better make a plan for it. Wrap it up in a little paper of money that y'all saving up, because if it don't, somebody took $20. Like, somebody took my $20.
Who took it $20?
Somebody. I don't know. But it seems like every single time I'm saving, and I do not have an end goal, my money just goes. If I'm saving for something, and I don't have something to save for, or if I'm not looking forward to something, if I don't set a goal for this, it just goes. And it's been like that the last couple of years. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just me, but it's like if I'm not intentional about certain things. So with that being said, I'm learning to ride the wave as they come. If you got more and you can go to enjoy it, be modest, but enjoy it. Don't think to just hold on to it. You got a little bit more and spend a little bit more money.
That's another thing, we said. And, you is very big into making your money make money for you. Mm-hmm. So if he gets if If he gets a check for $3,000, he'll put $3,000 to work for him. And I was like, yo, you can't do that. You know,
like you've made $3,000.
Exactly. So like, put it to work for you, invest it or whatever, dividends, you know, have it work, have it make money, but you have to set a goal. What we did with our first business was we took $1 and made it into $1, which is great. You know what I mean? Took $1, made it into $2, which is great. But we never celebrated anything. We never set goals and then rewarded ourselves for hitting those goals. So it was always
on, like you're never satisfied.
You felt like you were a hamster on a guinea pig on a wheel, right? And never satisfied. And so what we've done now is set those goals. All right, once you make this amount or once you hit this goal, or we can even do it with the podcast. Like, yo, once we hit 1,000 subscribers, then you know, you do. Once we hit 400 subscribers, then Yudu will let me cut his hair.
Oh, that's a good challenge.
Hey, subscribe if you want
on the bell.
If you want me to cut Yudu's hair, subscribe. Hey, you need to tell the people.
Subscribe. You need a haircut. I'm just playing.
Dang, I cut Jordan's ear.
Yeah.
I mean, I just kind of. I don't even think I did it. Even with the video to show me that I did it.
She's been practicing her barber. At least you have clients. You had a kid. You know.
Thomas kept saying, "Oh, you're cutting my ear off,"
and you didn't believe him until you really cut an ear.
Damn. Or maybe some law of attraction.
Yeah.
He kept saying it. I was thinking about it, and then I cut Jordan's ear.
Cut his ear, and he shit, cut the ear.
Like, because
he said you quit after that.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that, but hey, maybe it was.
Hey.
2 shots in the truth.
Right, 2 shots in the truth. So yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Like, I feel like you experience different levels of success. It's up to you to define what it is at every level of your life, every aspect of your life, and how you choose to celebrate it. Really.
I hope I made sense during this episode, because I think I've thought too long about it.
Yeah, it's not a hard concept to explain. To understand. It's really not. It's just like, teach humility, teach like you're human. Listen, we have the same holes. What you eat, don't make me shit. What you do ain't gonna make the next person do. Yeah, y'all need to get it together.
Cool. Y'all seen Human Centipede?
No, seriously, it's like people, you know, we're all gonna die. Croak, kick the bucket, whatever you want to call it. It's like, you don't look better than me in a casket.
What?
I'm saying there's no point to like get caught up on
any of it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, in the money of the expectation. Like, you got the money to go get a range. I'm not saying go crazy. Like, of course, do stuff in moderation, but ride the waves as they come. Y'all know the ocean tides go up and down? Like, they go up and down. Like, why not? Oh, you going to just keep being in the shallow end, getting in the wave pool, looking stupid. That's 6 Like, come on, go to the deep end.
I think it's the biggest thing is to enjoy the journey. Truly,
because that's all it is.
Yeah, and really enjoy it, because it's like, well, I know this personally. It's really lonely at the top.
Why? Why be?
Because I'm TikTok famous. Because, I mean, somebody redid my TikTok.
I know, you are famous. I'm proud of you.
No, it's only one person. Do you know, my cousin was like, you know the person who redid it. And I was like, what?
I thought it was one of the mom friends.
On what? On TikTok? Mm-hmm. Y'all are haters. It's like, because I'm, levels. You know, it's levels to this shit.
That's funny.
I'm an artist. But yeah, enjoy the journey. I get caught up in my own head all the time.
It's like in the back.
Nah, that junk is like it's like right here.
Getting migraines, like
I get caught up in my own head all the time, and you have to remember to just do it and just enjoy it. I think that's the advice that I would give to my kids.
Do what it is, enjoy it, and realize you're not better than anyone. That's really what it is when it comes to
And you're not less than.
Oh, yeah. Greater than, less than, whatever.
Yeah. Which was the attitude I had.
Or just don't pay attention to anybody. That works too.
It does. It's hard.
It keeps you excited about life.
It's hard.
To do what?
Not pay attention.
To who?
To anybody. It's hard.
I mean, it does get difficult, but at the end of the day, it's all up to you. You control it all. You don't want to hear what's on the news, turn the TV off. You don't want to hear what somebody got to say, walk away. You don't want to see what people talking about on the internet.
Okay. Do you do that all the time?
Do I respond to what people say?
No.
Exactly. Yes, I do it all the time. If I don't feel like being into it with somebody, I will not involve myself with them. Period. Point blank.
That's
period. Period. Because period.
It's very hard for me to ignore people.
It's called protecting your energy, and people don't realize what they bring to you. It's not up to people.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Well, hold on, let me write that down. Protect my energy.
But it's one of those things that people don't understand what they carry. And it's not necessarily that people have bad energy. It just may not be compatible with yours. You can
Everybody's not for you.
Everybody's not for you. Everybody's not your person. So you can be the brightest sunshine ray. I might not need no sun over here. You know, I may not need the sun directly shining on me. Go water your flowers and shine on your flowers over there. I just need a little cool breeze. Something. I don't know. You don't know. I'm not saying that anybody's negative or I'm like, oh, forget all these people, F all these people, but I know who matches with me.
Yeah, that's true.
I can feel it.
That's true.
Okay. Or whatever.
Or whatever. But yeah, that's real.
Yes. So I'm down.
All right. Well.
For the privilege. Stay privileged. Be entitled. You're worth it and deserving.
Of all of it.
Keep up your expectations. The higher they are, the more fun your life will be.
Nope.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Stay inside.
Sing us a song.
Sing a song. You know that commercial? Tracy Morgan was, take me to the streets. Sesame Street. I think that is so funny every time I see the commercial.
Why?
I don't know. Every time he's like, yeah, take me to the streets. Sesame Street. I think that's hilarious. Who is it?
Can you hand me that little black folder thing?
Oh yeah, this has been real.
This has been real.
We got it done. Pressure bust pipes.
Who are you telling?
Right.
Hey, thanks, management.
You deserve a raise. You're very worthy.
You should expect.
You should expect your check coming in the mail soon.
Hey.
Because we have the privilege of working with you.
And the law of attraction will get you to where you need to be. Hey, yo. Spotify, hit us up. Yo, Spotify, hit us up.
All right, can I get it all up? All right. Do the people want to hear a song?
No.
Okay. And we're back. So, yeah. It's not a hard concept to grasp.
See, I think it is. I struggle with it.
I think about it because you're dealing with it on so many aspects. Like, you have kids who you don't want to grow up to be privileged, and then you have yourself dealing with levels of success to adjust your life to what you want it to be, while dealing with a husband who doesn't feel like he deserves certain things, and you like, I'm trying to get lit, and he's like, nah, let's chill. Then your kids are like, we're going to Target and getting toys every day. You're like, you can get the toys,
Why
but
do
y'all
they
need
know
to be
what
like,
Target is?
I don't know, and they surely do know what Amazon packages are too. That's mine. You're like, oh,
They showed you what was underneath the blanket.
in the garage.
Yes.
What was it?
Power wheel cars.
Oh, because I lifted it up, kicked it a little bit, see what it was.
It's like, ooh, what we got?
It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just different levels of it. But dealing with yourself, if you didn't grow up privileged, you don't really, probably you don't indulge yourself in those things.
That's true. Hey, well, tell us what you think.
Click, comment, like, subscribe. I gotta get the order down first.
What's the click though?
Click, clap, clap, click, 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 clap.
Subscribe. Give
Thumbs
us
up.
Thumbs up. And if you don't like it,
don't touch nothing. If you don't like it, don't touch anything. Just go on to the next video. I promise you we have one that you like.
Oh yeah. Oh, I like that. Keep trying till you find one.
Keep trying till you find it. I get cuter every time.
But if you don't, let us know why, because we can grow together. We're family.
Family, yes.
I want to know what you guys think.
I do too, actually. Feedback is fun. Leave comments. They're amazing.
They are.
But if you guys really want to see the haircutting video, I promise you it's hilarious. Please get us to those views. I mean, what is it? The likes? I mean, the numbers. Do it all. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. 80s back on your radio.
Off?
Why all these noises?
But yeah, okay. So tell us what. Oh wait, 400 subscribers, then get you a haircut video. Me cutting Yudu's hair. Management. Have they ever seen Yudu before?
No.
Follow us.
Follow me. Don't follow me. Follow us.
Drop your IG.
A podcast about. Don't come looking for my personal page, please.
Okay, so I'm Davina _ APAN. I probably need to change that.
Why?
DAVINA _ APAN. It's just too much.
No, it's not.
Well,
what
you
gonna be?
V.
I'm sure somebody else has that.
V APAN.
Oh. Well, my name is Adrian. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else.
Well, if you want to see my husband, you can go there, and then 400 subscribe, 500, 600, 1,000 subscribers.
1,000,002. It's like, no, seriously. And give us suggestions. We get stumped with what to come, trying to formulate these things. I'm going to just be honest. Keep it up. We get stumped trying to figure out and formulate these conversations to where it feels interactive. And I want to hear from you how cute I am. It's like, I just want to hear some more. No,
that's real. That's real.
I mean, it's real. But I want to hear suggestions, topic ideas, anything you want us to cover. But don't get crazy, Yeah,
tell us.
Yeah, we want to hear from you. You are our friends.
No, you're a family.
You are our family. Love you guys. It's been so real.
It's been real.
APAN and we out. I love it. I love us.
I
love us for real.
I hope this was a good episode. All right, bye.
All right, bye.